They voted to impeach close to 9 p.m. The normal working hours are daylight hours. How is it that the National Assembly could not even wait for the following day to transmit their resolution to the Senate? My Lord, it was transmitted at night.
What really happened behind the dramatic impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua while he lay fighting for his health in an ICU? Was it justice or a rushed political takedown? This is the story shaking Kenya's legal and political landscape today. As the Senate pushed forward with one of the most historic impeachments in the country's history, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was not in the chamber.
After hearing the Deputy President on the 8th of March, finishing at about 8 p.m., anyway, on the date that the National Assembly considered this motion, they voted to impeach close to 9 p.m. The normal working hours are daylight hours. How is it that the National Assembly could not even wait for the following day to transmit their resolution to the Senate? My Lord, it was transmitted at night. And the following day, the Senate set the date to commence the proceedings. Equally, when the Senate, after depriving the Deputy President a fair opportunity to defend himself, impeached him on 5 out of the 11 grounds. Equally, they had to transmit the impeachment resolution back to the Senate close to midnight on the same night. And my Lord, I'm inviting these
He was admitted in the intensive care unit at Karen Hospital, critically ill, isolated, and unable to defend himself. According to his legal team, led by senior counsel Paul Mwite, everything changed in a matter of hours. Gachagua had been ready to appear, ready to take the stand, ready to fight for his position, but then he fell ill. And what followed is now at the center of a major legal debate.
Good evening, watu wa Kiambu. Unatuona leo tumeshinda kotini. Wakili Phyllis Wangoi hapa, as part of senior counsels representing His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. Na leo was the actual first hearing ya petitions. Wachana na watu wenye wanasema petitions za His Excellency Rigathi hazijawahi sikizwa. So today ndio tulikuwa tunaanza hearing. Most of what has happened vitu tunaitanga preliminary proceedings. Conservatory orders zenye zilikuwa zipeanwe lakini hazikupeanwa. So this is the time tunaenda kusikiliza sasa kesi ya Rigathi Gachagua impeachment. Na malalamishi ambayo sisi kama mawakili tuko nayo ni kwamba the impeachment ya Rigathi Gachagua ilikuwa unfair kwa sababu hiyo process inye ilifuatwa haikuwa kulingana na katiba. Kitu cha pili, the grounds on which he was impeached, we do not think zilimit your constitutional, tunaita constitutional threshold, yani haikufikia the standard inye ilitakikana kufanya impeachment. kulikuwa zile grounds 5 ambazo walisimama kama Senate na National Assembly na wakamuimpeach, na koti tunaleta malalamishi, tunasema hizo hazikuwa sababu tosha za kuamount to gross misconduct, za kuamount to any reasons to suspect the deputy president was guilty of any criminal offense. Na hata hiyo process vile walifanya, waliharakisha, tunaona ilikiuka sheria nyingi. Na kwa hivyo leo ilikuwa submission ya petition yake. Kuna siku 2 zingine, tarehe 7 na tarehe 8, ambapo kesi itaendelea kusikizwa, na tutaendelea hapo, na hizo tukimaliza tarehe 7 na 8 ndio sasa tutaenda pale ruling. Na najua mmeona kwa media, sijui Rigathi prayers zake, anataka alipwe pesa na mambo kama haya.
Mwite revealed in a court that doctors advised against any contact with Gachagua due to his condition. That meant his own lawyers couldn't even speak to him. No instructions, no defense, no participation. Yet despite this, the Senate pressed on. Requests for a short adjournment, just 3 days, were reportedly denied. No clear explanation, no pause, just proceedings moving forward late into the night.
Mr. Speaker, you can impeach a cabinet secretary, you can impeach a deputy president, you can impeach the president if you wish so. So, Mr. Speaker, this is an exercise that is given to us by the Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker,
you've made your point.
I have made my point, but I conclude by saying this, Mr. Speaker, that, Mr. Speaker, when we were elected, Mr. Speaker.
Even more shocking, Mwite told the court that the Senate leadership insisted on proceeding with what he described as military precision to conclude the matter. Speed over caution, process over humanity, that is the question now being asked. At the heart of this case is a powerful legal principle, natural justice. The right to be heard, the right to defend yourself, and the right to a fair process.
Number one, I have reflected on a number of unjust trials in human history. The trial of Sir Thomas More, the trial of Socrates, and even the trial of Jesus Christ. One element characterizes these trials. When you read history, there are trials that are carried out with predetermined outcomes. Those who are taken through the trials are taken through the motions for the sake of it. My learned friend, Mr. Wachira Maina, whom I've had the chance to work with, reminds me all the time that behind every constitution lies a moral idea and a moral expectation that there will.
Now, at the Milimani Law Courts, a 3-judge bench is being asked to decide. Did the Senate violate Gachagua's constitutional rights, or were they justified in moving forward under pressure? The outcome of this case could reshape how impeachment are handled in Kenya forever. Because if illness can't pose justice, then what does fairness really mean? As the nation watches closely, one thing is clear. There is no longer about politics. It's about law, it is about rights, and it is about limits of power. Kenya is watching, the courts will decide, but the question won't go away. Was this justice or a dangerous president? For more powerful breakdowns and untold stories, stay right here on Cash Media Kenya. Subscribe now because the truth matters. Don't forget to like, share with your fellows. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.